What is going on, guys? My name is Morsaki, and welcome back to Planet Coaster Project Valhalla. Now here I'm just giving you a little walkthrough kind of thing of what we've been doing, what has been done, and this episode I have something very special for you. One of my favorite things to do in Planet Coaster is, if you can tell by now, that it's on the screen, we are going to be building a coaster. Yes, like I said, this is one of my favorite things to do in the game because it's just like the ultimate freeing experience in Planet Coaster. Yes, building like buildings and all kinds of stuff like the longhouse that we did in the last episode. Very, very open to all interpretations, but roller coasters, just by far my absolute favorite. Always has been since Roller Coaster Tycoon, all the way back when that was huge and a big thing. So we are going to be building a roller coaster. Now this roller coaster is going to be a hybrid steel-topped wooden roller coaster. Wooden steel-top roller coaster, I think I said that right, yeah? So that means it is the appearance of a wooden roller coaster, but with the steel capabilities of looping and going inversions. So where I've gotten my inspiration for this roller coaster is yet more Norse mythology. Of course, that's our theme for this park. Duh. It's Jormungand. It's the Midgard serpent, the world serpent, whatever you want to call it. That is my inspiration. So you're going to see a lot of, let's call it, crossing over, snaking, quote unquote, for the Midgard serpent, snaking of the track, going through, around itself, over itself, under itself, all that awesome stuff to make it feel like it's a snake that's kind of circling, well, taking up this corner of the park. So right here, what I'm doing is I'm making this 0G roll. It's where you kind of come up. It's almost like just a normal hill, but it has a 360-degree inversion in it. And one of the tricks I always like to do is always put a banking offset to 2 meters on any inversions you're trying to make. Because without that banking offset, it's going to be a real tight turn through those inversions, and the fear and nausea levels are just going to be through the roof. And you don't want that. You don't want people almost dying of the G's that they're pulling through those turns. So then I do like this high banked turn to get almost going back towards the station. And I wanted to have it be over 90 degrees in its turn because I want almost as much as feeling upside down as you can in this ride. And one of the things I haven't touched on is at the very start of the ride, where I was working from behind first. That's one thing I've learned to do from watching other awesome builders on Planet Coaster, is that you do that so when you have a train that's coming into the station and it's at the end of its run and it's slowing down, it has that downwards momentum that pulls it along. Gravity just pulls it along and it will go into the station and it won't stop. So that's why I do that, and it's honestly the best thing to do. So the style of these wooden roller coasters, if you've seen one, it's these giant peaks and these valleys that just are monstrous, and you see these peaks, and then within the peaks you see these other peaks. And that's what I'm kind of aiming for with this ride. And right here I'm trying to make a corkscrew after this kind of turn, but it's given me fits. So you'll see me fiddle with it for probably a good minute or so. And this is another time lapse, so it's all sped up. So this probably was like 10-15 minutes of fiddling with this corkscrew to get it how I wanted it, because I was trying to get it to go over the track and that wasn't working. So I'm like, maybe I can put it under this 0G roll. And I said, no, that's not going to work. And then I say, maybe I can fix it to where it will go over the track. And I just keep messing with it and I keep messing with it and it's just not working with me. So eventually I'll get it, but that's the thing about this game and building roller coasters and building buildings and whatever, just building in general, is that it's all trial and error. You just have to try, and if it doesn't work, delete it and do it again, because that's the best thing to do. Now, getting this idea from Norse mythology was actually from the new God of War, because that is obviously, if you've seen any gameplay of it, it's set in Norse mythology, even though Kratos came from Greek mythology. So that I thought that whole process of crossing over into a new mythology, because I'm such a huge mythology nerd that I love Greek mythology. I'm really getting into Norse mythology lately, so it's really cool to get to experience that and learn about all these different gods and stories that have been told. So yeah, I get that corkscrew to work with me, and now I'm like, okay, I've got a tiny little bit of area and I need to start coming back towards the station. So I give it like this overbank turn that goes upside down at the top. And eventually I'll use the smoothing tool, because the smoothing tool is my best friend. And it'll kind of take away the 180 degree inversion, but it will still go past the 90 degree mark, which I'm going for. So, gotta work out all the kinks with the smoothing tool. Smoothing tool is the best friend if you haven't ever seen it. It just basically makes it so it's not like whiplashing, head thrashing turns where you can get sued for giving somebody brain damage. But no. Now that would be interesting if like that was in this game, where like, lawsuit, you are being sued for $15 million for I don't know. But yeah, so I adding in just all kinds. Oh, sorry, I popped my knuckles on accident. You probably heard that. Oh, sorry. So I get through this turn. I do that overbank turn. I go a double step up. That's where it kind of goes up, flattens out very quickly. Turn it around, go down, come back up, turn it around again, and then go up for a big hill. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to see how much momentum it carries up. If it carries up all the way, then I'll leave it. If not, I'll put a chain lift in, just a small chain lift, because chain lifts are just another block section. And block sections allow you to have more than just one train on your track. So you need to periodically add in a block section so you can add in more trains on your track. And if you don't do that, you're going to have a long wait time for your coaster. And who wants to wait forever for a roller coaster? Not me. So, I mean, I'm the one that'll freak out because I'm not the best with like falling and stuff. So I'm going to freak out in the line before I'm even on the roller coaster. But then once I'm on the roller coaster, I'm having a great time. So I added another 0G roll, and I'm like, hey, how about I try to add in another corkscrew right over the track? So it's like, if the timing is perfect, people are leaving the station and there's a train coming right over it doing a corkscrew. And I say, okay, let me try that out. And it actually works out pretty well on the first try for me. So I said, okay, I'll leave it. I like it. That's good. So the rest of this track is kind of just turns and elevation changes and just getting back to be ready to enter the final stretch of the station and close up and go home. I guess you could say go home is the best way I could put it. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas of what you think I should do, please go ahead and leave a comment of what you think I should add in. I will read up more into Norse mythology to get more ideas for things to do in the Project Valhalla Park. But other than that, that's pretty much this entire video, guys. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please leave a like and subscribe. And please make sure to hit that bell on my profile, or right down below, actually. It's actually right down below. It's just a little bell. I'll actually put like a little picture of it on screen. All right, there it is. So all you do is hit it, and it gives you notifications of when I post videos. YouTube's pretty weird, where it really doesn't like tell you when people post videos. So if you guys would do that, it would be awesome and very helpful, because it just kind of gives me more exposure, and I'm just doing this for fun, guys. This is all fun for me. I love doing this. I love playing video games, and I love being entertaining. And if you guys think I'm entertaining and all, you guys should make sure to subscribe if you haven't. I'm sorry, this is probably weird. You guys are probably like, why is he rambling? I'm not used to these time lapses and voicing over them, so yeah, I'm gonna leave it there and just kind of fade away. So make sure you like and subscribe, guys. Thanks, guys. You take it easy. Always stay awesome.